you in order to remember what conversations took place in here. So usually GEG is Google Educators Group, and there are Google Educators Group in so many countries across the world. So you'll find the UAE group, the Saudi group, the Kuwait group, the Jordan group, hopefully Lebanon group. In Egypt, there should be one. And sometimes they're not just the whole country group, like they might be split into regions depending on how big the country is. Like, for example, the US, it's not like all the US has one leader. Like there are states, and in the states they have different cities and so on. So this is who we are. Like we are together. We meet in the place that we are based in physically, and sometimes we run meetings online in order to share best practices, in order to connect to one another, and in order to help each other move forward and develop. I have here Nancy from Egypt. I think one of my friend, Miss Hiba, I don't know, Miss Saad, if you remember Miss Hiba, she was with us in school, and I think she reposted my post, and that's why I've got a few people from Egypt joining us today. You're welcome. Thank you for joining. So Nancy is from Egypt. She is Google Level 1 and Level 2, and also she did the Gemini Educator. That's amazing, Miss Nancy. To become a GEG leader, you need to be like a champion, and I will double check if your credentials are enough, or you need also to be an actual trainer. I think you need to be either a trainer or an innovator, or like there is at least one more title to what you've done already. But what you've done is very, very important, because these are the basis for anything else. So everything gets added on to Level 1 and Level 2 courses, and currently Gemini Educator. So you are on the right path. We'll explain also in a bit how to become a trainer. I think we need to have like a full session on how to become a trainer. Ms. Saad, on your end, are you able to admit people?
Yes,
Yes. Can you please take care of that while I'm talking, and we'll do vice versa. Thank you so much. So Marwa is from Tunisia. Welcome, Marwa. She's an English teacher, applied linguistic researcher, strong passion for language communication, innovation, digital marketeer. Oh my God, we will use your expertise, Ms. Marwa, not the other way around. Any educator is welcome. The beauty about Google is that whether you have a Google for Education account or a personal account, you should be able to apply some of what we're learning. I mean, if you are in an education domain and you have an educator account, there will be additional stuff enabled for you. But there are so many things that you can do with your personal email. In fact, what we're going to be doing today GGC, oh, this is your GGC Global Goals Connection. Okay. Community. Okay, welcome. Thank you for clarifying, Marwa. And maybe at the end of the session, when we get the mics, you let us know like what that means. Okay. So moving on, to join, usually there is a form that you need to complete in order to join the GEG in your region. What we can do is that when you complete the form at the end of this session, we can let you know who to contact, because we know who is the GEG in your region. And if there is no GEG in your region, then you can choose any GEG that you nearby one that you prefer to join. So basically what we can do is we can connect you to the right person. If you are in Saudi Arabia, then definitely it's going to be either myself or Mr. Muhammad Shatila. We'll send you the form, you've completed, and then they review your credentials, and then we allow you to join ours. If you are in a different country, we'll tell you who the person is, and we'll connect you to them in a way or another. So as the poster that AI helped me design in very little time, I'm admitting that. It's okay to admit that none of this was my work. It was AI. However, I did guide it. I did tell it what to do. I did tell it exactly what I want, what layout. I was very clear on what I wanted. And once you're clear, the outcome is really, really, really good. So what you're going to see, a lot of it was AI done. Miss Saad will take it from here. She will guide you through the need of digital portfolios. She will start by introducing Google Sites, and then I will end it with like Google Vids and how you can combine both in order to have a good digital portfolio. Ms. Saad.
Okay, so recently the need for portfolios, for students' portfolios, are rising and increasing since universities are asking more from students, not only their GPAs and grades, but also they want samples or evidence of learning. And that's when it came, the idea, when Google Apps started to be in the schools and schools started to use Google Apps, it was easier to start teaching students how do they collect and all their learnings in one place, and then apply to universities or to show their work to universities. Some platforms, educational platforms like IB, portfolios is part of the system from grade 5. During exhibitions in grade 5, middle school, MYP, and IB. So it is a big part of the IB system. Now, the misconception about portfolios, when you say portfolio, you will think as a collection of all your final work, or the collection of all the students' final work and where they can submit. Actually, portfolio is more than that, and it's not showing the final product. It's not showing only in an image of an art a creation or a Canva or like a presentation. It should show the process of learning from the beginning till the end. What milestones did you overcome as a student? What stones did you overcome? What did you learn in the process? What difficulties did you overcome? And also you have to include the reflection. So as teachers, when we ask our students for portfolio, it's very clear to explain to them why do we need it and how we will design it. So in short, oh, where I'm muted from the beginning or just now? Do I repeat?
No, just now, the last couple of sentences. I think I hit the wrong button by mistake. We're all
No
humans.
way.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
No way. So in short, a portfolio is where students are collecting evidence and the process of their learning. That's in short. Now, there are so many Google apps that can be used to present your work. One of them is slides. You can use videos. You can use a folder with all your work together. However, we have an app, which is a Google site, which is a website, kind of, that you can add and use a lot of features embedded in it that will help your portfolio to be interactive, easy to navigate, easy to understand, easy to show the beginning and the ending. So as educators, why not to use all the features that is available for us in one app? So my advice always was, if you want to do a portfolio, the best option is the Google Sites, because it has so many features, very easy to use. Even a grade 4 student can start using Google Site and create amazing functional website. Okay, so that's as an introduction, and I will show you an example step by step. How do we start, and what at the same time I will show you tips and tricks of how a good portfolio will look like. Okay, so I will present my screen right now. Now, if you want to go and open Google Sites, you either go to the waffle over here and try to find the Google Sites. If you don't find it, just write in the search bar here, sites.google.com, and then it will ask you to sign in. You will connect with your email address, Gmail address, and you will be connected with your account. Okay, once you are signed in, the dashboard, we call this as a dashboard. If you never used Google Sites before, you will not see any projects here. You will see an empty space over here, but you will have templates at the top of the page. So let me move this here. Okay, now I sometimes use the available templates that are available at the top of the image. When you go inside the templates, you will see that the templates are organized in like work, small businesses, education. Don't be strictly using education, because you will be amazed how other like titles will also work for you. It depends on your preference. It depends on your subject. It depends on the thing that you are trying to do. So, however, you can click here. Let's say it's a class, and you will see everything is already made for you. You can click and edit. We will assume that in order to edit a Google site, a template of Google site, you will be able to, you need to be able to add all the things from scratch. So the best way to learn it is to go and create a new one from the very beginning. So I will click the app over here, and I will show you how do we create a Google site from a blank one, not from a template. Once you learn that, you will be able to edit all the templates that are available for you. Okay, now let me show you something before going and start. As a teacher, not as a portfolio, I once did a website using Google Site for my course. I used to teach business management, IB business management course. So I will show you how I created a website for my students where I have all my slides, YouTube videos. Let me move that. That's okay. Let me go here. I'm in my preview. I have all the chapters. Like if I go to number 1, you can see the objective of the lesson, some YouTube videos, Some of the documents here, I will show you why it's showing like that later on. All the explanation, and at the bottom, I will have also like Kahoot links, some homework. Let me show you. So I have practice and so on. So this is another way of using Google Sites if you are a teacher, if you are interested to try it as well. So let me show you from the very beginning how we start creating our first website. Okay, so here, when we open Google Sites, it will show you as like blank, nothing, no pages, only a banner and an empty first page. We will start with the theme. Okay, from here, from your right side banner, you will have 3 sections: insert, page, and themes. We will start with themes. You can click any one you want. Let me choose this. So when I choose the theme, all the colors, all the like the button color, the banner color, the text color will be the same along all the pages. Okay, so I choose this theme. I come here. I can choose a different image for my banner. Let me just, okay. I say upload or select. When I go select, it will be from already, like Google added some images for me to use. Let me choose this one, like this one. I will add a title. Let's say my first portfolio. Okay. Here I will add, if you are a company or you want to add the school logo or whatever, you can add it over here. I will keep it blank. I don't want it. And if I want to see what did I do so far, I can go to preview and see my website. Okay, I can go back to edit mode. So this is preview mode and this is the edit mode. Now, if I want to add text, I go to insert now. In insert, I have so many options. I can add text, images from my Google Drive. I can choose how the layout of my section will be, and we will go through these later on. So I will start with this. I will start with the layout. I will make this on the right side and the text from the left side. So I will start by my, or like introduction. Like, let's say the student wants to introduce or describe or like give it like an introduction about him or herself. I click the plus sign here. It can be an image. It can be a YouTube video or a video about themselves. I go select an image, let's say. From the plus sign, I click, select an image. Let me say, that's my image, and I click insert. Okay. I can resize the image that in order to fit. Okay. Again, you go to the corner over here, click and drag it until you find it's good. I can also, from the top here, text box, click and drag if you wanted to make it like down or move it around. Okay, now, if you can see, now on your left side, I have a section. Did you notice that? So that's one section. I can change the color of it according to my theme, the style. okay? And I can also duplicate it if I want the same layout, but different, like I can do small edits. So when I click that, I want to change the color, the style too, make it white this time. I will make the photo the other side. I click and drag, as simple as that. Now, what if I don't want this image to be, I will go like to be a different image from my drive. I go click my drive. I will make sure where are my photos are. I go to sites and I have photos over here. I click another photo. Now, notice that the photo got into a different section. Okay, you always can click on the image and drag it through your page. You can replace it wherever you want. Okay, that's another image. Now, the most important part of Google site is to know how you navigate through the website. I click here, I close it, I go to pages. If you notice now, I only have one page, and this is the home. The home is whenever you enter the URL of the website, the first page to be opened is this one. Now, if I want to go and create another page, I click the plus sign over here, and you notice I have many options. For now, I want you only to do new page. And I will say, as a student, I want to have a page for science. I'll say done. And notice that the title of the page will be the same title of your the page that you created. Talking about titles, you also need to name your website. So let's say I will name it as my school portfolio. Okay, so that will be the name of my whole website. Science here, it will be my first page. Now, you also notice that whenever I create my first page, you will see I have the links of my pages at the very top of my website. Okay, so here, it is a page, the science, and I will start by creating insert. Let's say this time I want to create a collapsible group. This is a very nice feature where you can add, let's say, units I have learned. Okay. I will show you how interesting is this one. I'll say one, like whatever description I will be writing. Let's write so many things. Okay, just make things fast over here. When I click outside this section, you will see only the title. If I click that, you will see all the text underneath. So as a teacher or as a student, if you have a big text, it's very like preferable to use the collapsible group so that it will be a neater and less like a neater website. So you don't see everything as one block in front of you. Okay, another thing that we can do is insert a YouTube video. If I go to YouTube video over here, and I will say, let's say, my science project, anything from YouTube, I will click on the video that I want to insert, click insert. Okay, if I want to add a description for the YouTube video, remember that we don't just put random things. We need to explain everything. We need to explain the process of learning in portfolios. So it's very important to ask students to add captions for all the images, all the videos. So if I want to add text, I click text box. Again, when I click text box, it's in a different section. If I want to move it just beside the video, I click and drag. Okay, and here it is. I will start by writing, what is my video about? Okay, if you want to insert a video not from YouTube, you go to Drive, and then it's very important for you to be saving the video in your Drive. Okay, now this section doesn't have a title. If I want to add a title, and I will show you why this is important, I will add another text box, and I will write my electricity project. Okay, so this is a title. I will make it as a heading. Okay, now because I have a heading, I will move it to be at the top of this section over here. Sorry, just a second. Okay, so now I have this. Why is this important? Because now if I do table of contents over here, all the titles will be saved as links as a table of content of the one page. So if your page is very long, you will be having the option of creating links at the very top of your page where you can really faster. Okay, are you all on track so far?
You can give us thumbs up if you're okay, or you can raise your hands if you have any questions. Thank you, Ms. Saad. I think it's going very smoothly, and with a decent pace.
It's nice to ask for feedback, like a formative assessment, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I will continue. Let's say I will have another page. I will go here, and I have in science, I have labs, right? So I will click the 3 dots over here, and I will add sub-page. So now I will call it labs. I say done. The difference here, this lab will not appear at the top as a separate page. However, it will be underneath science. Okay, see how neat it will be. So in labs, I will, let's say what I will do now, instead of inserting images like that, like let's say I will add, I'll show you both ways. I go to images, I either upload from my computer, and I will add some cats. Okay. When I click enter, they will be like that. I can change the sizes, okay, move them around, whatever. But for me, this is not neat enough. It's not like, it's kind of overwhelming, especially if you have so many images. Another way of doing this, I will undo, is to have a image carousel. Click here, I click plus sign, upload images, and now I can add many images and say open and say insert. Okay, now if I go preview, I'll show you how this will appear. It didn't appear.
Try again.
Again, see, it needed time. So I can go from one image to another. Okay, it's different ways. Everything has different ways. You have to think about why are you doing that? Why you are adding the image? How it will help the student, or the student, how it will help their portfolio. So it depends what works better. Always, I should add text. I will add it over here and we'll say my cat collection. Okay. And if you want it to be a heading, you can always do that if you want a table of content at the very top. Now, let me go to pages and create a new page that is math. If I click done, I know it will be in a wrong path, but I will click done. See where is math? It's under science. I don't think I need that. I want it to be just next to science. So what I can do is I can, sorry, no, not that. I can, let me delete this. Okay, I can click on that and move it over here under home. Okay, so I have math and I have science now. In math, I can insert now different things. What is divider? Before divider, let's add a button. So if I add a button, I say it registration for or a math club registration. So let's say I have a Google form somewhere. Let me see if I have a Google form. I don't think you can see my screen right now. I'm trying to relocate or
we
locate.
We can see the Google site and insert button. This is what we're seeing at the moment.
So
okay.
I'm outside this. I'm trying to find a Google form where I can get a link for it. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. Just getting forms. Okay.
Somebody is, until you find it, I'll try to answer some of the questions. One of the questions was about the videos. And now we can see the form, Ms. Saad.
Yeah. Okay. So if I want the link of this form, I just like have the link. I go again to Google Slides. I'll share the Google Slides again. Google Sites, sorry. And I can put the URL, the link over here. So I will be having a button for a Google form. I can have a button for an image. I can have a button for an outside website. Whatever URL you have, you can just put it here. If I click preview and I click that, the Google form should open. Okay. Now, another way of having a Google form, I go back. I will say insert. I will go here to Google Forms. And I will have the same one. And notice that I have it embedded, automatically embedded inside my website. I will move it below the button. And one tip is always make it as big as possible so that you can see the sub. Why it's that important? Because I will show you in the preview that users can see and fill everything without opening the Google form in a separate page. From the site, they can fill it up and click submit. Okay? It's very easy.
Right.
Now, yes,
Ms. Saad, I know that we have a lot to complete with the session. I think if we can wrap it up with Google Sites and focus on the main points, and I wanted to remind you about the sharing options.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
and then we'll move to Google Vids. Yes. And I think the best thing for teachers is to actually try all those functions on the site.
Exactly.
And see what they do, because each one of them will be useful for one thing or another, depending on what you do. And as we always say, trying is your best teacher.
That's how we learned, right?
Exactly.
We
But the
learned
most
it by
important, yeah, the most important thing is what we talked about earlier, the sharing, what you reminded me about, which I forgot actually.
yeah. So I will show you really quick. If I have the home here, if I want to add Google Slides, okay, and I will have, let's say, Python, okay, and it will be insert. If this Google slide is not shared with your students, or it's not public, the person who's navigating through the website cannot see it. So it's very important to fix the sharing if it's from your Google Drive. Okay, so I will say viewer, and I will say share, and now it's public. Or you can go like to your drive, right click. I think they know how to do the sharing, right, Haifa? You right click, make it public. Once it's public, it will always be seen on the website. If it's not public, it's private, or only few people, is shared only with few people, the slides or Google Doc or an image cannot be seen. So that's very important to fix all your permissions from Google Drive before adding them to the Google Sites. If you have questions about Google Drive and about the sharing, we can send you separately and show you how you do that, okay? Once you're
Also,
done,
yeah, also they can put in the Q&A, and
Yeah.
we'll try to get those answered hopefully by the end of the session. I'm giving you some warning that we're going to be a little bit late. It's going to run over definitely. So if you want to fix a cup of tea or something, do that, because it will go slightly over. So yeah, please, Ms.
Take
Saad,
2
carry
minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes only. So if you are doing the Google Sites with any other person, you can add a collaborator from here, okay? From adding a person. So if I see how it's restricted, and so I would say Haifa, let's say Haifa here, and I want her to be an editor, I say send. So now me and Haifa can edit this website. But if I want this website to be and published as a public website, I need to click publish. So when I click publish, I will write the URL. So they are suggesting here, it will start with sites.google.com/view. Also, I will write site training Suad, just to make it very okay, and click publish. Every time you edit the site, you have to publish again. If you edit the site and you did not click the publish button, all your edits will not be seen with your viewers. Okay, so now when you preview or when you send the link of the website, it will be ready, available for people. So how we get the link, go here. Okay, you get it from here. Or Haifa, can you remind me how to get? Yeah, it's here. Copy publish site link. This is the link for the link. Copy link, and you send it by email. You put it on your Google Classroom. You whatever, where again. There are so many ways to share the website. Any other questions?
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Suad. I will look at questions in a minute. I tried to answer some of them in writing in the comments. I really appreciate all the information you shared with us and the valuable use case, because if you don't know
rushed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where you're gonna use it, how you're gonna use it, then there's no point of learning a tool if there is no use case for it. Some were asking about the capacity. The capacity depends on the type of account. If it's a personal account, I think the capacity of all your Google stuff is 15 GB. So sites is inside them. Now, what you need to know is that Google stuff, not stuff like Google software, don't take a lot of capacity. However, if you add photos, if you add PDFs, if you add videos, these take more space. They can eat your GBs. This is a term that we use. I just realized that my camera was off. So they eat your GBs. However, if Google Docs, Google Slides, and Google tools, they don't take as much space on your drive as the other non-Google tools. So for personal accounts, it's 15 GB. For education accounts, they're much bigger than that. Sometimes we have students who start from their KGs to high school and they use the same drive. They have a very big capacity on Google accounts, on edu accounts, same as the teachers. It used to be unlimited, and now it's no longer unlimited, but it's much bigger than the personal accounts. You can always purchase additional storage space for your personal accounts if you need to. So so what I wanted to say is that Google Sites are part of Google, so they will be using some of your Google capacity storage. If that makes sense.
Yeah. One tip, Haifa, is when they use a drive, it's already in one place. So Google will take from the drive, put on sites without duplicating the file.
True.
So it's very, like, it will be less storage if you use Google Slides, not PowerPoint. Images from photos, or if it's uploaded to drive, not from your computer every time. That's just a small tip.
Yes. Thank you, Ms. Saad. I'm gonna jump to present again my slides, and I'm gonna go straight to Google Vids, and we'll try to also make it as quick as possible. Well, these are the things that I was playing with a little bit earlier today. So I'm gonna show you where we get Google Vids. What's happening? Sometimes
You are muted, Haifa.
Yes, I know I am muted. I'm very sorry. I clicked something and it kicked me out. I was gonna refresh. Oh, now I know what I'm doing. I'm trying to control the vid from my screen, and it's not the actual vid. So Google Vid, where do I find Google Vid? If you go to your drive, and then you click on the plus, you'll see Google Vids as one of the options. It's either Google Docs, Google Slides, and there is Google Vids. This is the logo of Google Vids. It's like this purple rectangle with a triangle inside. As you can see, like anything in Google, whenever you start something new, it is untitled, okay? So you have to give it a title, otherwise you'll end up with so many untitled videos, and it will be very difficult to navigate. So I'm gonna call it Digital Portfolio, so I know that it is for this session. So Digital Portfolios session. So this is the name of this Google Vids. What is nice about Google Vids? The nice thing about Google Vids is that it allows you to do things in small bits. So when you open a new video, like a new it's going to be completely blank, like this one, and then you will have the on the side you will have the navigation on your side. Ms. Saad, I think you'll take care of admitting, please, because I'm outside the Meet screen. Okay. So what I did today is I prepared a few ready-made things because they do take some time, just what's it called, to reduce the time. So I started with the right-hand side menu from top to down. So when I start, it will be blank. Okay, it will be all blank. The first thing on the top is Veil. When you click on Veil, you will see that this will appear.
Drop this rap, Google
Okay.
house AI powered straight.
I don't know if you can hear it, but this is like an example. Okay, so when you open, it gives you an option to add some images. So I added those images. And then I told it to generate, and I gave it the instruction, introduce GEG Saudi Arabia. This is all I did. Introduce GEG Saudi Arabia. I put the logo of my company, and I put Google Educator Group Saudi Arabia as images, and I told it to generate. When I did that, this was the result. This is the result that happened. It took very little time. And please give me thumbs up if you can hear it.
Welcome to today's session, Digital
I'm gonna
Portfolio.
pause. I'm gonna pause. So this is the video that was created when I used the Veil. When you do the Veil, it can give you up to 8 seconds video. It can generate it around any topic you wanted to generate. For here, I put EdPro and Google Educator Group, so it just used those logos and gave me some music. I didn't give it a lot of instructions. If I did, it would have been tailored more to something else probably. Then the second thing I did is the avatar. When I clicked on avatar, in here, you have the option to choose an avatar. So you've got so many options. I used
The voice you select.
The voice you select.
The voice you select makes
The voice
You got the idea.
The voice you select makes
because I'm a veiled person, and I thought maybe that is more representative of my background. So I selected the Farah, and what I did, I put here the script. If you notice in here, it says scene 2 out of 11. What are these and where did I get them from? If you notice here, there is something called plus. So the first one, the video, was scene 1. Then after this one is done, I clicked on a plus to create scene 2. And for scene 2, I chose the avatar. I typed what I wanted the avatar to say. Welcome to today's session, Digital Portfolios. This is what I typed. This is the script. And then I put generate, and then this nice small video was generated.
Welcome to today's session, Digital Portfolios.
Okay, so this was completely computer generated. I just typed the script that I wanted. The next thing I did is the voiceover. For the voiceover, I uploaded this this image. How did I upload the image? From you know, I inserted it like not images from Nano Banana, from uploads. Nano Banana will create new images for you from scratch, versus uploads will let you to upload from Drive or from your device. Okay, so upload is for things that exist already. Images is to create something completely new from AI. And then what I did the voiceover. With the voiceover, again, in scene 3, I typed what I wanted it to say. And then what it does, like, it gives you option of audio, like this one or this one or this one. I chose this one, and then I didn't hear it, but I chose it anyway. And then update the voiceover, and then it gave me this.
I made this image using Gemini Nano Banana.
Okay, so if you notice, I'm gonna for 1 second, I'm gonna stop my camera because I'm gonna be looking weird. And then I'm gonna show you something important in here. So in here, if you can see that the audio is the blue thing at the bottom and the video or image is at the top. If you can see they're misaligned, what does that mean? It means that the audio will finish while the image will still be there. I can do something about it. I can change that. All I need to do is hover over the edge of the video and just make it shorter to match the audio. And now
The silence breaks.
they're perfectly
No banana.
okay. So if you have a mismatch, you can cut some of it by dragging. Just dragging it, it will make it shorter. This also applies if you have a video of yourself and then you want to cut the edges, because at the beginning you're preparing the camera, and at the end there will be some lapse time until you stop things and so on. So you can always drag it to make it shorter or longer. So far we've done the veil, which is scene 1. We've done the avatar, which is scene 2. And then we did the voiceover, which is scene 3. By the way, I uploaded an image, but you can upload anything you want. It can be a presentation and you can do the voiceover on top of it. It can be another video and you're doing your own voiceover on top of it. Now for music, the next thing I did was music. And for the music, because I'm not a music savvy person, let's say, because it asks you to give a genre and a lot of stuff that are music related. I don't know how to do that, but someone else might know. So what I asked it to do is to give me some energizing music to encourage motivation. And it is 30 seconds. I can put a full song or I can specify a duration, and I asked it to generate. So when I did that, this is what happened.
The silence breaks, the old doubts fade away. A brand new fire ignites a brand new day.
Okay, so as you can see, the audio is all this blue thing at the bottom, so it is quite long. So I can either have it looping, so I can take this image and just make it longer, so you'll have the
New
same
fire
image
ignites a brand new day.
for the whole duration of the audio, or you have the option to add another one. So I created another scene in which I'm gonna add another image, and then another scene in which I'm gonna add another image, okay, and so on. You got the idea. So with one audio, you can have multiple visuals or a video. You can extend and shorten each one as much as you want. You can also come to the audio itself, and if you don't want it to be 30 seconds, you can shrink it to less than that, and that will make it much smaller, and then you can just reduce. You can play with the scenes the way you want. So the top line will show you the visual output, and the bottom line will show you the audio output. Now, I have this scene and it's no longer needed. All I do is I right-click and I press delete and it's gone. This one is empty. I don't want it. I'll delete it and it's gone, and so on. So I can delete, or let's say I don't like this one in the middle. It's not nice. I want to change it. I can delete it completely. So the nice thing about Google Vids is that you can come to any section and then you can delete it, amend it, or do whatever you want. Another nice thing is that you can move things around. So if I want this clip to be earlier in my presentation, I can move it. Like I move a slide in a slideshow. It can be here, for example. So it is very easy to navigate or move things around with Google Vids. I can make it shorter if I want. Now, one thing that I also want to show you is that you see between these two scenes, there are those two dots and it says add transition. If I click on add transition, it will allow me to choose dissolve and then fade and then push, okay? And we'll see what that means. So for the first one, I'm going to put slide and I'm going to put the duration is like more time. Okay. So what does that mean? It means it will slide from here to here. There will be 1.64 seconds. So if I play, let's play it and see what happens. You see, instead of moving from one to another, the image slid from one side to another. Okay, now the next one is no transition. Let's see what happens.
Welcome to today.
It just starts. When there's no transition, it just appears and just starts. For this one, let's choose another one, spin. Let's see the spin. And then now, this is what will happen.
I
Digital
made this
portfolios.
image using
So you have to be careful because you see those shaded areas? Those shaded areas, it's like they will come on top of each other. So for this one, spin was not a good option. So it's better to remove it and put none. Maybe put spin here because it's okay to spin between these two. Let's see.
Welcome to today's session.
You see what I mean? So the idea is that to transition from one scene to another, you have some options. You can say how long you want them to be. It can be shorter, it can be longer. So that means it's not gonna, you see, as I'm taking it shorter, you see those shaded blue, it means it's not gonna take a lot of my recording, okay? So these are some of the main features. Now, if I go to one of the blanks, there is here an option to do text. And this is what I used in order to create this one. If you click on text, you have some pre-made text that you can use. You can also create your own, or you can even edit those. Like this one, you can move it around, you can change it, you can delete, and so on. So this is the text option. There's some pre-made one, but again, you can use your own if you like a layout, but you want to change the wording. And as you can see, they have titles, so they can be either a headline or a speaker or phrase, call to action, quotes, and so on. Or, as we said, you can just do it from scratch. And let's take this one and do it from scratch. You can add a title, digital portfolio, and so on. And then after the title, you can add the subtitle and then the body text and so on. And I lost my mouse because I'm using two screens. Yeah, here it is. So the digital portfolio, okay. And then after that, you add another one for your subtitle and then your body text, and then you can move them around like a slide. So a text, you can consider it as a slide, okay? Templates, you can have ready-made templates. These are video clips, Google Vids that already exist. So when you choose one of them, it allows you to insert all the scenes in this template, or maybe select one scene from that template. Okay, you can see insert all scenes. If I click a plus and then insert all scenes, you see all these are here as templates, and you can choose to use them all, use some of them, edit and delete whatever you want from existing templates. So these what templates are used for. Sometimes for me, it's hard to start with an empty slate, like with an empty plate. I prefer to have something and then I tweak it, I change it. I don't like the color, I change it. I don't like the picture, I change it. And I do whatever I want from it. You can also insert shapes. These are the regular shapes that we want, like you add them to your slides or to your presentations. Now, again, as I see, you see all these are individual scenes, so you can delete any of them whenever you want. Now, the one most important one that you probably all are interested in, I'm going to do like one more for it, is the record. When you click on record, you have the option to either record a screen, and for that you can choose either the camera if you want to record yourself, camera and screen, so you can show your screen and your camera as well, so it will show the presentation and yourself. Or if you want screen only, you can do that, or a voiceover only. Now, if you select camera, and then this is scene 10, it tells you like enter a script. I want to welcome you all, okay? And I do start recording. I'm not sure what you can see, but what's happening is that now it's starting to record. Okay, so this is my camera. I'm going to take a screenshot of what I see on my screen, just in case you can't see it the same. Okay, and I'll show it to you in a second. So when I do that, what I wrote before shows in front of me. It is in front of me. I can read. It's on top of my image, and I can stop sharing. Okay, and I can read it, so I don't have to memorize what I want to record. That was one of the main issues that okay, I'm going to stop. 3, 2, 1, and I can start recording. It's recording now. I want to welcome you all, and then I'm going to stop. Okay, and then once I do that, it allows me to insert or a preview. Okay, so dismiss. Okay, so what I wanted to show you is, okay, insert an image, upload recent Google Drive. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, right. I'll show it to you in a minute, but I do not want to waste time on uploading it on the device, the screenshot that I saw. So the nice thing about it is that you can record multiple, like you can record the whole session in multiple small scenes. And for each scene, you can write down what you want to say if you're recording your face. And then what will happen is that you don't need to memorize or look somewhere else. It will be in front of you as you are recording, reading from the screen itself and recording from your laptop. This was amazing. It will help those people who are trying to prepare their 3-minute video for their trainer portfolio, because I had everything written in front of me, and then I do bits and pieces, I link them together, and I get my 3-minute video. The first part will be about yourself, so you're going to be talking to the screen, and then the second part is you showing how to do something. Then it will be screen recording and yourself. So the record is what I use when I want to show some people how to do something on the screen, and I use for that, instead of camera, I either do camera and screen, or I do screen. Again, this is advisable. If you have a long content, don't do it all in one go. And then I used to keep repeating from the beginning over and over and over again, and it was an exhausting task. Now I just plan, even if it is sentence by sentence, like not a few second sentence. Like I try to do it 30 seconds, or small chunks, in order if I mess it up, I don't need to repeat the whole thing. I can just delete that section that was messed up, and then I can do it all over again. Right. I'm gonna jump quickly to see if there are any pressing questions or any pressing questions. Do you have any specific questions related to Google Vids? Before answering questions, I want to highlight the facts that at the top right, you can comment, you can play it all from the beginning till the end, and you can share. Sharing is one of the main functionality in Google, because we believe in collaboration. If you share with people, then they can edit. So imagine that you have a class, and this class has a project, and the project, like, it's each group sharing is unavailable at this time. Not sure, maybe it's an internet thingy. So let's say we have a group of students working on the same project. So instead of each one creating their own video and then try to edit it and put it together, what they can do is that they can share the same Google Vid, and then each one will be in charge of one section, their own section, and then they are already stitched together. That will make their life so much easier than having separate videos and then trying to merge them together. So this is very, very useful for your own work, and also for students' projects if they are video-based projects. I think I've covered what I wanted to cover for today. Again, in here, the same things apply as any Google feature, like the do, the undo, the fit. It looks like the layout is very similar to Google Slides in terms of the way it appears and the way we control it. If you want to think about it, it's like Google Slides on steroids. So it's Google Slide with all those functionalities kind of added to it, and it is called Google Vids. I think this is it for Google Vids for now. I'm gonna present another. Let me see if I can present another. Okay, I'm gonna stop presenting. Actually, I'll stop presenting, and I will be. Okay, I will be opening, like enabling the videos and the mics for everybody. If you want to discuss anything with us, please raise your hand so we can take turns. And then if you are happy to open your cameras, please feel free to do that. And then we'll try to take a group photo for all of us together. The microphones are enabled and the cameras are enabled. So please feel free to turn on your camera if you would like to, and if you have something to share or a question to ask in person, please raise your hand. Right. What I'm going to do now in the chat, I will be sharing the form, the evaluation form for you to, in order to get your certificate of attendance. This is very, very important. I want to get your name the exact way you want it on your certificate, and that will be emailed to you. I will put the link in the chat, and make sure that you open it before we close the session, so you have it open on your device after the meeting is over. Again, that was very prepared on a very, very short notice. I wanted to get people started working on this because I had so many amazing educators very much into moving on to the next level, and they were all asking me about preparing their portfolios. And I thought, okay, tech, why not? Let's do digital portfolios. I used Google Sites for my application for the trainer, Google Trainer. I'm gonna very, very quickly show it to you. It has specific pages that you need to have. It worked. Like, I put my previous training, I put all my certificates or my experience in that one. And it was very nice, very easy. So the first page was about me, and then I had the other pages about what's it called? The things that I've done before. I just need to find it. I don't want to tell you how many open tabs I have on my device. Sometimes I lose track of the number of tabs I have open. I apologize for that, and it's here. So the training, what I did, I had a home page which was all about me. I put my photo like Ms. Saad showed us, and then I put my expertise, and then register for the exam. This is where the button they can click, and it takes them to the site for registration. I put my certifications and so on. I showed my qualifications here. I uploaded my certificates. I put my training materials, my training videos. You don't have to have videos, but you have to have like an example of training events. Pictures are very important, so make sure that you have pictures for your events, because this is what they'll be asking for when you apply for the trainer status. In addition to the skills assessment, which is additional to level 1, level 2, and now these days the Gemini educator. So there is a third exam called skills assessment. The skills assessment is needed if you are going to apply to become a Google certified trainer. So as I said, in the link that I shared, the last question is an open-ended one. So if you have any information that you would like us to send you, any questions, if there are more than one question, please feel free, separate them by question marks, and then we'll know that there are more than one question, and I will get back to you with the answers if I can. If not, I'll try to guide you on how to get your answers. Thank you, Ms. Saad, for joining us today. If you have anything to add, please go ahead.
Actually, nothing. I just enjoyed the session. Thank you, Ms. Haifa. I learned a lot as well, and I hope everyone enjoyed it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on a very short notice and for giving your time, your evening. I know that we're all always busy, and teachers always work late. I hope it was beneficial. Please make sure to click on the link. I will post the link again in case you missed it in the chat. This is the evaluation form, and at the beginning, it asks you to put your name, the way you want it to be written on the certificate. So this is important. I just want to clarify one thing. Sometimes people type quickly, they type wrong. Like, I had some emails that was wrong, they bounced back. And then one of them, like, his name was Mazen, and then the email was Masin with an S. So I thought maybe it was just a mistake. It should be a Z rather than an S. And another one was Abil. I thought it has to be Abdil. So sometimes very, very simple things, you know, We're humans after all, and we're always in a hurry. So just make sure that the name is spelled correctly. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'll check how the recording is. I'll try to edit it slightly if there is anything. If not, I'll send it as is to you all.
Haifa, I think Saad has a question. He raised his hand.
Okay. I did not see that. Please, Mr. Saad, unmute yourself and go for it.
Okay, hello. Thank you so much, ladies, for the inspiring session. I really enjoyed that so much. And I have a question regarding being a Google certified trainer. I finished the training course on the website, and I'm about to register and buy the exam. So I have some questions before I do that. I just need, if you can help me with give me some ideas about the exam. How many questions and the type of questions, and does it need a special preparation, or that's enough? I finished the course, and I have the trifecta, level 1, level 2, and Gemini educator.
Yes, perfect. Well, the skills assessment is very similar in the format as level 1, level 2, and Gemini educator. So the format is very, very similar. It focuses more on your role as a leader rather than on the technicality aspect, right? So it's like looking at things from a different perspective, but in terms of difficulty, it's not difficult. Like it doesn't ask you to do it's not going to ask you to do more complicated stuff. It might ask you, how would you approach like a group of teachers, and you know how your leadership style and things like that. So in terms of difficulty, it's not difficult.
So there are no scenarios like the trainer for level 1 and level 2 scenarios
not that I'm aware of. I will double check that. If I don't get back to you, it means no, because it's not about technical skills. It's about more of leadership style and how you interact with people.
Good. Thank you.
So the other thing that I need to clarify is that the skills assessment does not qualify you to become a trainer. It's one of the steps that are needed, but it's not the whole thing. It's the portfolio. So after you pass the assessment, and the assessment is like any other assessment. If you fail the first time, you can take it again, and so on. After you pass your assessment, you have to have a level 1 valid, level 2 valid skills assessment. Then there is an application. In this application is what I showed you. Like you have to have 5 training sessions already done. You have to be documented. You have to have feedback from the trainees. You have to have this 3-minute video. So the application itself has a process and a special link to start the application. The application, I can't remember whether it was free or not. I think the application itself is free after you've done the assessment.
Yeah.
But it's if you already have training materials done, then you can you can start the application. Are you in any of the GEG groups?
Yes, ma'am. I started with GEG Malawi, and actually I'm invited to present with them next week on the 6th of May with Mel and Mark and Assurance. So we're presenting next Wednesday, next week, 6th of May. I'm presenting with them, so I'm hoping that you can give me a chance on your GEG too, if it's
yes, why not? We welcome.
I'd be happy to join you. It will be an honor.
Send me the topic that you would love, that is your passion, and we'll try to arrange for that. What I did now in the comments, I added the link. This link is, it's like a tracking sheet. You can make a copy of it. I put it as a view only. You can make a copy and make it your own. It kind of you tracking yourself on your progress in preparing your portfolio. So it has
Okay.
some links also of where you find things. If anything doesn't work, let me know, because it was prepared a while ago. And then you if you completed all the steps, then you're ready to do your application, because I think the application itself has a deadline. If you start it, you have to complete it within a certain
Yeah.
period of time. So you have to make sure that everything in it is already ready. If
Yeah,
that
well
makes sense.
noted, ma'am. Also, the video, they need a video, 2 or 3 minutes of video, like
It's a 3, not 2 or 3. It's exactly 3
3
minutes
minutes.
video. The first
Yeah.
minute is about yourself. That's why I said in Google Video, you will be recording yourself. It's talking about you. You will be looking
Okay.
at the camera and telling them about you, your passion, your googliness, and why you want to become a trainer. And the
Yeah.
other 2 minutes will be about you screen recording one tool that you know how to use very well. It can
Yeah.
be AI, Gemini, if you now, like if you have like a canvas or anything, it needs to be 2 minutes, and you are
Yeah.
talking while showing them what to do. So that will be either screen and camera or just a screen recording. All of
Yeah.
it needs to be a 3-minute long.
Okay, ma'am. That's really helpful. Thank you so much for your.
You're welcome. And anyone else interested in the trainer, like the link is for a spreadsheet to track your progress. Make a copy of it and name it after yourself, and then make sure that everything is ready before you start the application, because it expires after a
Yeah.
certain time, and then you have to reapply again if you don't complete it.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
You're welcome. Nice to meet you all. Thank you for your time. Have a great evening or morning or day. We don't know. Take care.
Bye, Haifa.
Bye. Thank you, Saad.